Hey guys, and welcome to the Unfiltered Feedsters presented by the Big Brother Insider. I'm your co-host Nick,
And I'm your co-host, Rachel.
and tonight we have some heavy stuff to talk about. We got to get through the first two premiere episodes, and then some live feed spoilers, and then I went to the Big Bro Group premiere party. So we have a good show for you tonight. Let's get started with the first episode.
In the first episode, our first 8 house guests entered the house, and they got to know each other and everything. And Julie came on and said that there would be 2 twists that she's announcing. The Battle of the Block twist was the first one that she announced. And then she said she later on announced the BB takeover twist. And in the competition that they had, one of the 8 house guests had to sit out of the competition, and Davon decided to sit out. They had a competition where you had to catch tomatoes while standing on a plank, kind of like the Alyssa comp in BB17. And in the competition, Shelly, Audrey, Jason, James were the last 4 remaining, and they literally all fell off at the exact same time. So they had to go to instant replay, and it showed that James was the first HOH of the season. And after the competition, she came in, the house guest came in, Julie came on the TV, and that was when she revealed the BB takeover twist. And when she cut from that, she came to America and told everyone watching that there would be a twin twist, and one person who has a twin in the house, and they're going to be playing together, switching out like they did in Big Brother 5. And if they made it through the first 5 evictions, then they would get to play the game together.
All right, the second night, the house guests enter the house, and the Amazing Race host Phil comes on and basically tells America that there's going to be an Amazing Race crossover where we're going to get 2 people who played in the Amazing Race on Big Brother, and those 2 contestants were Jeff and Jackie. We also go in and they tell us that the HOH is about to start, and another house guest has to sit out. So Vanessa says, I'll sit out. And it's pretty funny that Vanessa and Davon both sat out because they're both have to deal with like poker, and they have to deal with like taking their odds and chances or whatever. So I found that really interesting. Next, they had the HOH competition, what was a UFO comp. And Jason won that comp. And then we moved into Phil coming back on our TV and saying, you know, Vanessa and Davon, you both sat out. This could bring something good or bad, basically. So they're waiting on that again to tell us another episode. Yippee.
Or cliffhangers.
Yeah, cliffhangers. And then, again, Julie touches on that twin twist. Again, you could have told us, but you didn't. Why?
Jeez, Julie, get it together.
Julie, why didn't you tell us? So those were the first 2 nights. We know a lot of you guys watched, so we just wanted to do a real quick recap. And then getting into the live feeds, if you guys haven't bought your live feeds yet, shameless plugging, buy them from the BigBrotherInsider.com, links down below. And you could follow us on the Unfiltered Feeds on Twitter and get 24/7 live feed updates. Rachel and I go back and forth. Rachel's been killing it since they've come on. So first we're going to get into some spoilers. So if you guys don't want to know anything until the shows air, click off now. We won't be upset. I'm a little heartbroken. No, I'm not. Rachel, can you get into the nominations?
Yes. The HOHs were James and Jason, and Jason nominated Becky and John, and James nominated Steve and Jackie. Becky and John ended up winning the Battle of the Block and dethroning Jason, which left James as your HOH for the week, and Steve and Jackie up on the block. We then had James, Steve, Jackie, Jason, John, and Becky playing in the veto, and Steve ended up winning the veto. I want to say this before anyone comes at me. Yes, I'm going to have very much difficulty pronouncing all these J names. Please bear with me. It's very difficult. I just wanted to put that out there because I struggle so much.
There's a lot of this season. I'm going to call this Big Brother 17 the season of J's, because we have half of the house guests names start with J. So when we're live tweeting on Twitter, we're constantly like, okay, J this, J that, J this, J that, and then Jace, James, J. It's so much. We're getting the hang of it though. I mean, maybe other people aren't having a problem with it, but it's just a lot to wrap your head around. I think they could have picked other people or at least changed their names.
Yeah,
We're asking for a lot, but it is a lot. So bear with us. Like I said, we have basically 24/7 live feed tweeting happening over at Unfiltered Feeds on Twitter. Also, check out our Instagram where Rachel posts spoilers and a whole bunch of other goodies. And Rachel, your pictures are on fleek on that account. I do have to say so myself. Good job.
Right. Yeah, we do have people stealing our pictures, so apparently there's some type of good to them.
I mean, let's be honest.
Y'all, you know who you are.
You know who you are, and if you're stealing them, no. Just if you guys are using pictures out there that are created by somebody, make sure you tag them in it or give them credit. It's the least you can do. You know, we don't mind you use them, but give us credit for them. Don't try to take our watermarks out. We put them in the middle of the pictures now, so gotcha.
We got our eyes on you.
We got our eyes on you.
Moving on to more live feed twist. We did find out that the Have Not room is a dentist room. They're sleeping in dentist chairs, people. There is a dentist in the house. The irony is not lost on me, my friend.
Can we take a second? I mean, really, I feel like this is kind of being overlooked, but maybe not. I don't know. I just have been really busy lately trying to like watch the feeds and stuff and that. But I feel like there's a lot of like irony things happen in this house. You know, I feel like the whole transparent theme, we have a transgendered house guest. You know, I feel like we're looking past things and through things. So you're not just defining somebody as one thing and the house is transparent. So I feel like that makes sense. Also, like Rachel just said, the dentist and then the dentist Have Not room. And then we have Davon and we have Vanessa, two people's background that have to deal with poker. And then we have three people in the house now that have twins. Becky has a male fraternal.
Shelly.
Oh, Shelly, I'm sorry. Shelly has a male fraternal. Jeff has a male fraternal. And Liz has a twin, an identical twin sister, which to us, I don't really think they look that identical, but...
Well, we haven't been able to tell them apart on the feeds. I will say that. I've been trying my hardest. I do notice that a lot at night, she, like, whoever it is, wears jackets. And I did hear that Julia has a tattoo on her arm. I'm not sure if that's true, but if it is, then that would make sense as to why she wears jackets sometimes. But I do hear that it gets cold in the house, so that could be too. Who really knows?
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of stuff that makes connections. It could just be the fans trying to put connections together. I mean, we do that all the time. I mean, Rachel and I talk about these crazy theories that happen. But honestly, I just think a lot of things connect in the house.
Yeah, it's very odd, but who knows? It could have absolutely nothing to do with the game. But also after the POV today, the feeds came back and Nick wasn't here to watch the feeds. He was at his party.
Insert GIF. Nick's not here.
Right. So I took over live tweeting and it was crazy. Apparently it had got out that Davon and Austin and Liz had a conversation in the Have Not room that Audrey was talking to everyone in the house and was like in the middle of the house, pretty much going back and forth between alliances. And apparently someone had told Audrey that that Davon had said this about her. And Audrey took it to Davon and they were like, well, let's confront Austin and Liz. And so they all four were in the cabana room talking, and Audrey's like, well, I'm just going to call a house meeting. It got really hectic. Nothing ever come of it. Audrey could have had her game ruined by this, and it turns out that she's actually the victim. So I'm not sure how this is all going to play out. It's still kind of up in the air about everything. It was a really, really hectic day. So if I missed anything, I'm sorry. I was only able to watch one camera at a time, but it was very hectic. And you can also catch up on our live feed recaps on the website.
Yes, the Big Brother, the BBinsider.com. I was going to give you our full name, but it's the BBinsider.com. Also, when I was I went to the the Big Bro group premiere party that they had. It was a 3-day event. I went to the last event, which is a VIP, and they treated the SuperFans as the VIP. And I just thought it was such a great concept. You know, I really felt like I belonged there. I felt like I was just wanted. I had a lot of conversations with the house guests. It was nice to, you know, really sit down and talk with them. And they're just like you and I. They're not superficial. You know, they might portray a character that's on the show, but between like us talking, they are just regular people, and they're really nice. I did get a chance to talk to, you know, some of the people who put the group together, and what a nice bunch of people. I'm going to link everybody's list down, like names and stuff down below. I just want to touch on that there are people that are in this community that have been doing this for years. I really give like wholeheartedly, I give props to them because they really care about this game. They really care about the fans, and they just really want the best for what's out there. So tonight I met a crazy amount of house guests. I made keys. The Big Brother key, like you see up here, I made 3 keys, one for Rachel, one for myself, and one for the owner of the Big Brother Insider, John. And I had gotten them all signed by all the house guests, and I'm going to send them to them. I just think it was so crazy to get signatures by house guests that I've watched for years and meeting them.
And having conversations with them.
I just can't process it. I have some pictures for you guys, and I'll get into some conversations of what happened and whatever. So let me pull them up for you.
I still cannot believe that you like got to meet former
house guests. I know it's just crazy. Like I still can't. I've been trying to wrap my mind around it all night, and I just can't. It feels like a dream, honestly. So first up, I met Zach,
the Fruit Loop Dingus.
The Fruit Loop Zingus. I was really excited, you know, to meet him because in the house he had high energy and all that stuff. Meeting him in person, I mean, yes, on the show he portrayed himself as like this cold stone. I don't give a you know what. Oh, I forgot we're unfiltered. I don't give a you know what. Nope, still didn't work. How about I don't give a fuck? And it's just the same way. He's the same way outside of the house, except he's a little bit more cold. You know, I didn't really, you know, care for him outside of the house. It was nice to meet him. I, you know, try to get to know him, but you know, some house guests are, I guess, just, you know.
I think he's had a rough time after Big Brother. Like,
I think so too. I feel for him. I really feel for him. And maybe if there's an All-Stars or something, he can try to redeem himself. And if he does, I'll be rooting for him, you know?
Yep.
Next up, I met the infamous Rachel Riley.
Tequila,
woo! Yes. So I was able to.
I'm loving her outfit.
Yeah, she looked absolutely gorgeous tonight. Absolutely gorgeous. I was able to
Shout out Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel. I was able to steal Rachel and Brendan for a little bit and have some, you know, game talk with them, what's going on this season. You know, really like an intimate setting. And just see where their heads are at and like with the new game and stuff like that. It was very interesting because you think that they're so busy that they don't have time to watch the feeds. Rachel was literally trying to watch the feeds as the event's happening. Like, you want to talk about a super fan? Definitely her.
That is so
seriously,
funny.
I was laughing. I was literally laughing. I'm like, are you serious right now? You're watching the live feeds? She's like, aren't you? I'm like, yeah, I was at my table, but I would think it was me. She was a sweetheart. Then I met Porsha. At first I was like, who's that with the pink hair? And then she walked, like literally almost like basically walked up to me. And then my mother and I went up to her and we were talking to her. Very down to earth, sweetheart, so nice, willing to literally help anybody, you know, with casting questions and get them on the show and stuff like that. Like, I just thought that was so nice of her.
Liz was the one who met Porsha, correct?
Yes.
I did think.
And they went through the story actually tonight. They went through that. Janelle helped Porsha basically get on the show, and Porsha helped Liz. So it's like they were making a funny joke of like the blondes help each other get on the show.
Right.
It was really funny. And then I met the Hitmen.
I'm
As
so
they
mad that
were,
Cody keeps blocking me for
yeah,
what
so
reason.
stop blocking her. As funny as they were in the house and how much they feed off of each other in the house is the same way they are in real life. They're always joking back and forth with each other constantly. It's never a dull moment with these two. And when I met them, I told them, like, I really, enjoyed your gameplay. Thanks for keeping us entertained on the feeds and stuff like that. It's just they're the same way they were in the house, and I'm so happy to see that because I was really nervous meeting these guys and thinking that they were going to be, a hard ass or something. No, they were literally genuine and down to earth. I was really happy about that.
That's so awesome.
Michelle from BB10, she is literally a firecracker, but again, a sweetheart. I had an interesting, like maybe 15 to 20 minutes conversation with her about Big Brother, about the game, about her season. I really respect her and her game moves and her game decisions. And we got into a little bit of conversation tonight about like her personal game and like some things I'm going to keep to myself because I really value that. And I just have to say, Michelle, if there's ever an All-Stars or something, I would love to see you back on there because I want to see you kick ass. Seriously. And then I also met Alyssa. This picture's a little dark, but I love her to death. She was so funny when she was on her season. And she's just, what I really respect about her, she says what's on her mind. If she doesn't like something, she's not going to keep quiet about it. And that's how she is. And that's one thing that I admire about her. And tonight was no different. She just says what she's on her mind, and she's an absolute doll. I love her. I really do.
Loving that hair.
Can we take a second? She was absolutely gorgeous. Like all she needed was like a Lamborghini to step out of, and I thought I was watching like a commercial. Here, I'm being serious. This picture is of all the house guests on the stage. We watched some videos of the house guests, entering the house. We got a video of Audrey, of them reacting to her and, what their thoughts are, and they're all accepting of her. We went through just a couple of clips of just house guests and all that good stuff. Also met GinaMarie tonight.
Hey.
Exactly. I'm a native Staten Islander, so is she. We connect that way. And she is, again, down to earth. I know she came like a little crazy. She came off a little crazy in BB15, and you don't mess with her. No, she is a love. She's like a little teddy bear. I just wanted to like pick her up and just leave with her. She was just so cute.
She was also in a bad season. BB15
Yes.
is not anything to go back and watch
about and remember. And I feel bad for her season, but she did come in second place and she did kick ass. So I also had asked her a very, very specific question tonight, and it's been buzzing through the BB community of how her and Andy wound up at the final two. People were speculating that there was a first week thing saying, hey, let's be final two buddies and call it a day. No, I asked her to explain to me exactly what happened. She said when they both stepped on stage, GinaMarie had looked at him, he looked at her, they acknowledged each other, they had a mutual connection right away. She winked at him and he nodded. And right from there, they had a final two deal. They knew they had each other. Yes, they may not have checked in with each other during the game. It was just a vibe that they both got from each other. And it was like an underlying gameplay, basically. They just already knew it was going to happen.
It was a good move, too. I mean, it worked.
Yes.
But she made it to the final two.
Exactly. And if it's just like a feeling of knowing, I guess it's the saying's right. Go with your gut feeling.
Exactly.
I was very shocked when she told me that. It's one question that's been like burning in my head since BB15 ended. Also met Adam. As cool as he is on the show, as cool as he is in person, I can't say a bad thing about this guy. Literally walked up to him and we both looked at each other and started screaming bacon. Like, honestly, if the event had bacon, it would have been perfect. I just wanted a plate of bacon and eat it with him. And this is, if you guys haven't followed Big Bro Group on Twitter, I'm going to link all of their social media down below. They worked very hard on this event. I was told it was 9 months in the making, and I have nothing but the most respect for these guys because this was one of the most enjoyable events I've ever been to. It was well planned out. The way that we could meet the house guests came around to the tables as well. We were able to just walk around and mingle. There was like no bodyguards, nothing to worry about. It was just like, you go and talk to your house guests that you like. Spend time with them, talk with them. Like, I can't, it's just so real to me. I can't express it in words how a meet and greet can go so well. I've been to so many. I've met YouTubers, and it's like, you can't have this signed. You can't do that. And this wasn't that at all. It was basically, you're the fans, and you're going to meet the people that you watch on TV and that you admire. And the picture that's shown in front is me and Missy Z. You can follow her on Twitter at MI55Y. And I had a very interesting conversation with her tonight. She's one of the most down-to-earth people I've ever met. Sweetheart, like just genuine. And I can honestly tell you, this woman puts everything that she has into the Big Brother community. And she was telling me that it took about 9 months to plan this event that they did. And what they could plan in 9 months it's just shell-shocking to me. Rachel and I planned this web show for 6 months. And we know how much time and effort it takes to put that into a web show, let alone a whole event.
And with this event, like, they're relying on a lot of people to pull through for them.
Exactly. And the fact that they had a 3-night event, one at the first 2 nights at one location, and then the last night, which was the 26th, at another location, and having all these house guests show up, it's honestly mind-boggling. And I'm so happy that it was pulled off, and I hope it's everything they wanted it to be and more. And Missy said to me tonight that somebody said to her that that Big Bro group made their life. And that was very heartwarming to them. And I just sat back and I like really thought about it. Like, you have all these Twitter followers, you have people you interact with on Twitter and stuff. Over at Unfiltered Feeds and the BB Insider, we take every, interaction we get, and we just love to experience that because that's what it's about. It's interacting with fans and getting their reactions to what's going on in the house. You only get that once a year for 3 months. And that's the only time people really understand like your Big Brother obsession. Right. And I know this year Rachel is experiencing a lot. And I know that she's loving it. I just hope that you guys are having a good time. And we just hope that you enjoy our web show. Tonight was bringing to you the first 2 nights of the premiere as fast as we could, getting you guys into some spoilers, and me just, shedding some light on the premiere party that I went to, because it was flawless. And they're doing it again next year. I'm going to attend. And Rachel, you better come. I'm telling you.
I might be in New Jersey or New
York.
Where I'm going to be at.
Again, it's just such a surreal experience, and I wanted to give you guys the first take of me coming back and filming right away, because I'm just blown away by how just nice everybody was, how well coordinated the event was, and that everybody really was a team player.
I also want to give shout outs to Brendan and Rachel and the Hitman, Derek and Cody, for recording videos for us. We will post them later. I was so excited and nervous at the same time when Nick sent them to me, but it's really cool to see other like house guests interacting with fans, because sometimes you think that they'll come out of the house and they're like, well, I was on a TV show, like I'm better and bigger than you. And I feel like a lot of the house guests that were there do not feel that way at all, and that's so awesome to see.
It was definitely an experience, and that's why I'm so blown away by it, because I was figuring that some of the house guests were just going to be like, yeah, I was on a TV show, I'm here, and not at all. Down-to-earth people, so respectable, and a real big shout out, like you said, to Brendan and Rachel and the Hitmen, Derek and Cody, because it really meant a lot for those vids you filmed for us. We want to close off by saying thank you so much for viewing our first episode that we premiered last time. And thank you for tuning into this one. It'll be up, well, you'll see it. It's going to be up Saturday at 8. And then after that, July 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're live. So no more of this recording bullshit, trying to get this right, get that right. We're coming to you guys live. We're going to be interacting with you. It's going to be such a new experience with a new platform for us. I just can't wait. And we have some feeds we have to go watch. The backyard's opening.
I do want to put something out there. That we're doing this for the first time, guys. We're not going to be perfect people. We are going to say we might stutter, we might do something that is off the wall, and when we're live, who knows? We could sit here and laugh for 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Please bear with us. We are new to this, and I understand you're going to get tired of hearing that, but I cannot stress it enough. It is very difficult doing a web show, and sometimes technology might not work with you. So just please bear with us. We're going to try our best to bring you everything, our opinions, fans' opinions. We're just going to try our best to do everything perfect for you guys. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to us talk about Big Brother, because that's what we love to talk about.
Rachel, I couldn't have said it better myself. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. And like I was saying, we have some feeds we got to watch. We have some live tweeting to do, some blog posting. We have a lot of stuff to do. You don't have time to watch the rest of this. Get out of here. Are you still here?
Watch the feeds, people.
Watch the feeds. Get your live feeds down below. Get them from the big... Are you still here? Go. We said buy your live feeds. Do it.
Click that button.
Click that button down below. Oh, and so you're still... Oh, good. You're still here. Great. Okay. Rachel, I think we have a couple of more minutes. Make sure you subscribe to us. And make sure you follow all our social media links at Unfiltered Feeds, at the BB Insider. Go to the bbinsider.com. Check things around. And you're still here and you're listening to me? I mean, Rachel, are you still here?
Nope.
Okay, great. All right. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. We can't wait to be live with you July 3rd. And thanks again.
Bye, guys.
Deuces. See you guys.
Bye.